Hello, namaste, welcome everyone. Last season 10th place వచ్చినా సరే ఆరెంజ్ ఫైర్ ఇది ఆరెంజ్ ఆర్మీ వి లవ్ ఆరెంజ్ ఆర్మీ లవ్ ఫర్ ఆరెంజ్ కంటిన్యూస్ ఫర్ ఎవర్ 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 ఎవర్. సో ఈరోజు స్పెషాలిటీ ఏంటంటే యూ ఆల్ నో దట్ డానియల్ విటోరీ ఈజ్ అవర్ హెడ్ కోచ్. అంటే లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ బ్రెయిన్ లారా ఉండే, సో దిస్ ఇయర్ హీ హెస్ బీన్ రిప్లేస్డ్ విత్ డానియల్ విటోరీ. So I got my guys with me, Akash, Varun and Krishna Gopal. Welcome guys.
Hello.
So this session is going to be especially dedicated to Daniel Vettori and his accomplishments. So Akash, Varun and KJ, how are you all digesting the fact that we are still in 10th place? I mean, next year varaku atlane undali. Next year varaku we need to continue the same 10th number. So are you looking forward for next season? So share your views.
Digesting the fact that we're on the bottom, that is absolute bottom. You cannot go any more down. We're absolutely wooden spoon. Very tough pill to swallow. But overall, I feel the squad is still good. Whatever happened did not go in our way, but I feel the squad is good. We've basically done many changes and choppings we should not have done. Maybe Brian Lara has a say to that, but now that he has gone and we've been replaced by Daniel Vettori, we have to see what's going on. Vettori has been part of coaching for a while now for different teams. I think has been part of Australian team. I hope he has got few insights over there. And IPL, we know that he has been a coach for RCB. We can never forget the 2016 season, where RCB ended up. Ultimately, the result wasn't the best one because we grabbed the trophy from them. But overall, the way they bounced back after having a mediocre first half and making it four wins in 4 games, and ultimately ending up in qualifier 1, which was basically something that we thought we were looking for, that, and that was reserved for us, but that was fetched away from us, and we had to go through eliminator qualifier to then win the final. So lately, I think he has been part of Australia, like I've already said. Let's just hope for the best. That's all I could say for now.
Amazing. Chalo Varun, నీకేమనిపిస్తుంది? What do you think? Don't go in English, man. We need some spicy Telugu, please.
I'll try.
I know Krishna Gopal won't understand a bit, but it's okay. I'll translate to him.
Living in USA made me talk in English a lot.
ఏం కాదు, దేశ భాషలందు తెలుగు భాషను ఎప్పుడు మర్చిపో. Go on, speak up.
Okay.
100% agree with that. దేశ భాషలను తెలుగు లెస్స. So తెలుగులోనే మాట్లాడండి.
Sure, Varun. I'll translate to Krishna Gopal, don't worry.
సో ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఏంటంటే ఐపీఎల్ సీజన్ గురించి వెయిట్ చేస్తున్నాం అఫ్ కోర్స్, బట్ ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ బిఫోర్ ద ముందు ఐపీఎల్ ఆప్షన్ గురించి వెయిట్ చేయాలి. న్యూ కోచ్ వచ్చాడు, హీస్ బీన్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది ఆస్ట్రేలియన్ క్యాంప్, హీస్ బీన్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది ఆర్సీబీ క్యాంప్. వాట్ ఇన్సైట్స్ హ్యాస్ హీ టేకెన్ ఫ్రమ్ ఆల్ దోస్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్ అవి చూడాలి. రైట్, ఫస్ట్ గో టు ది ఆప్షన్ అండ్ దెన్ వీ కెన్ సీ what kind of mindset Daniel Vettori has for the next season onwards. From what kind of team he built, మనం చెప్పచ్చు. What kind of team he's going to build there and what kind of performances we are going to show there. Right, so just waiting for the auction first. Right, forget about that. First, the auction is what I'm waiting for. But Daniel Vettori pretty much has an average, what can I say, average stint as a coach for either team of Australia or RCB. RCB ante 2 seasons baane chesaadu. I think it's 2015 and 2016 where they made it to the finals in 2016. Yes. In 2014, 17, 18, they were rock bottom most of the time. Right, so adokati chudali. But hopefully, as Akash said, Australia unnappudu, as he is right now, hopefully he picked up a few insights from the head coaches, from the players there, and from what the environment is looking like, right? How to actually manage a team in a head coach's perspective.
So okay, Krishna Gopal, what he said is he's looking forward for next season. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously Daniel Vettori as a coach, I'm really excited, really looking forward for this. Yes, obviously he has some success as a coach with other franchises also. Like for example, in the 100, he was a coach of Birmingham Phoenix, and Birmingham Phoenix gone to the final in 2021. Then also when he was Australia's assistant coach, England, I mean, under his coaching, Australia won the WTC final. Then also, then Australia versus Ashes, the series were draw. So some positive also are there, and some negative also there. Like for example, in the CPL also he was a coach for Barbados Royals, and Barbados Royals came at the bottom of the table. So that season was not good for Daniel Vettori. Then also Daniel Vettori was a coach for in the BBL also. I think 2015 2018 for Brisbane Heat. Brisbane Heat out in the fourth season. Brisbane Heat only manages to go to the playoffs only one time in 2016. So
Yes.
overall, I will say that this is average, I think. But let's see, looking
Yes.
forward for the next season how.
KG, adding to your points,
Yeah.
మనం చూసుకున్నట్టయితే ఇఫ్ యు సీ ఐ మీన్ chronologically his coaching is getting better. I mean,
Exactly.
సో SRH వచ్చే టైంకి KCPD. సో
హోప్ఫుల్లీ అది జరుగుతుంది అని అనుకుందాము. అంటే లైక్ కృష్ణ గారు చెప్పినట్టే ఇట్స్ అంత గ్రేట్ ప్రొఫైల్ కాదు తంది. యాజ్ ఎ లీడర్ కూడా నన్ను అడిగితే మేబీ ఈజ్ నాట్ ది బెస్ట్ లీడర్ ఇన్ ది వరల్డ్. బట్ ఇప్పుడు బ్రయన్ లారా గారి కోచింగ్ చూస్తే ఐ థింక్ వెటోరీ ఇవన్నీ ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్ పెట్టుకున్నాక probably will give us better insights, because Brian Lara, I've never seen him as a coach, as a head coach especially in the past. And Vettori at least brings us some experience in the table. Something I feel like Makram also needs, if you go by our cap, is someone who needs support from head coach. You see the post-match interviews or the toss interviews, he was like, I don't know what's going on in the dressing room. That was basically said on a live cam. Was basically said, I'm not sure why Imran Malik is not playing. I really love his speed and he's doing well in the nets, but I'm not sure why he's not in the squad. Something that should definitely be fixed this year. We should have good communication between our coach and captain, where at least they know that they have something in plan and it goes in one direction. It's okay if you've failed. We're already in the bottom of the table. There's nothing that can go wrong, nothing that can go worse. The worst thing that can happen is we can end up, we'll be ending up at bottom again. But the thing is, are we trying to fix our mistakes? Whatever we did in the last season, that is something they have to look after. And coming to the auction table, I'm not really sure on how many changes that are going to be made. Overseas contingent is great. Our Indian batting looks decent. If you see the last game we had with Mumbai, we had this young lad who came and scored around 69, which was basically highest for a young player on a debut inning. So I wouldn't say our team is entirely broken. There are pieces which are supposed to be fixed. For me, it is personally Indian bowling, which is on the weaker side, and we've not used Markande well as much as we'd want to. And Adil Rashid was dropped after a few games, was never given a chance. Why of all this happened? Umran Malik was dropped, was not given chances. All of these are basically few holes, but very big explanations to be needed for that. So yeah, that's what I'd like to add.
Perfect. So
yeah,
Vettori ki chuskunte one best season he had was 2016 IPL, right?
Yeah. And
so
we won that.
if we take the whole season as 100%, 99.5% RCB were too good to be champions. I mean, on the final as well, till 12 overs,
except for the last 10 overs of the day.
match.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for the last 7 or 8 overs.
Thank God, Barinder's run.
Yeah, the first wicket we got, I mean, great. 114 for 0. 114 for 0.
Yes.
And we pulled that. We pulled that. 114 for 0.
After
so except that
Vettori quit RCB, I think he joined Bangladesh as a coach, right? He was given 3 lakhs a day. He was given 3 lakhs a day for his coaching skills. But don't forget that Bangladesh got overturned what they were. They were turned into a champion team on their home pitches. When Vettori was coaching Bangladesh was a different beast in the home season. I saw that thing in Vettori. Since then, I think his grab has increased. So it's perfect time for him as a coach to join SRH is what I feel now.
Perfect. So we have newcomers. Yourself, Kaushik, is a newcomer, and we have Vamshi as well. Hello, Vamshi bro. Namaste.
Yeah, hi bro. How are you?
We are all good. So, Daniel Vittori, SRH coach announced and so what are your expectations
This was like
2024?
completely out of the box. I mean, I seriously never knew that we'll be like taking this type of a decision. But I mean, in one perspective, I would say it's actually a good choice because like he's dealing with Australia right now. He has a lot of international exposure and he's like very experienced. I mean, we should not forget his tenure with RCB. Yeah, I mean, he definitely had a good time with RCB 2011 and 12.
Yes.
They did good under his captaincy, and 2015 was good. They qualified. 16, they came to the finals. And we should never forget his rapport with Murli because he's going to work with Murli again. With Murli Dharan.
So,
And good thing is like Phillips will definitely feel comfortable. I mean, let's see unleashed version of Phillips this time. And fingers crossed, I want Kane Mama to come back in case if he's available in the auction. Though it won't help the team in the team composition or anything, but his presence will always be a benefit for us.
amazing.
But what do you think? Are there like going to be some more changes in the management, or some more people coming in, or some more people going out?
Mini auction వస్తుంది కదా దాన్ని బట్టి చెప్పాలి and hopefully Kiwi is there, we might get Kane Mama too.
Yeah, but
అదే
we
కావాలి
want
ఇప్పుడు.
Mama to be released by GT. That's the problem.
No, they will release him because he just only played one match, not even played one match, 25% of the match.
But
I mean,
GT has a
think
guy
guys,
like
guys,
based
will
right.
will he play
bowler.
World Cup? ఆడతాడా?
Yeah. He's playing.
Yeah.
After
He's
like
playing
he
his
started his practicing and all.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
started practicing in nets.
There's a lot of time. So
ఒకవేళ
he might come.
ఒకవేళ కేన్ విలియమ్సన్ గాని ఆడితే హైదరాబాద్ స్టేడియం ని విల్ స్టామ్ ఇట్, మొత్తం నింపేద్దాం. కేన్ మామా కేన్ మామా.
Oh. Yeah,
Actually,
there
this
is a
is-
game.
Yes,
New
New
Zealand,
Zealand game.
Sri Lanka, kada.
And
Yeah.
coming to Vettori as
So-
head coach, guys, I personally feel Glenn Phillips, Aiden Markram, Abhishek Sharma, ఎవరైతే ఆఫ్ స్పిన్నర్స్ ఉన్నారో దిల్ గెట్ గుడ్ ఇన్సైట్ ఫ్రమ్ అన్ ఎక్స్పర్ట్. We all know
Okay.
Daniel Vittori is legend off spinner.
I think Akhilesh, maybe he will try for bowlers like Adam Milne or Matt Henry, fast bowlers. And another thing, I'm guessing that as he was a coach for Barbados Royals in 2021, so one thing I noticed that they have four spinners like Ashley Nurse, Jake Lintott, and Hayden Walsh Jr. So I think that normally coaches always strive for what franchise they have worked with earlier. So I think that Adil Rashid might be released and might be Hayden Walsh Jr. might come to our team. So that I think that's the changes because obviously, as I said, that normally coaches do prefer for whatever team they have earlier worked with.
So
We need to be
So-
ready for a split team.
one second guys, last season టీమ్ లో పెద్ద ఫ్లాస్ ఏం లేవు. ఇండివిజువల్ గా చూసుకుంటే వీ హ్యాడ్ ద బెస్ట్ టీమ్, బట్ యాజ్ అ యూనిట్ వి ఫెయిల్డ్ కంప్లీట్లీ. వాట్ డూ యూ థింక్? అంతేనా రీజన్?
Exactly.
I feel that
Yeah, exactly. I
We
still
have-
feel
we
like
have
our
top players,
team on
but-
paper.
Yes.
Yeah, our team on paper was excellent. You could not say it was a bad team like we had maybe in early seasons. 2013 was basically a bad
2021.
team on paper, but we made 2021. 2021, okay, is debatable. It was a good team on paper because 2020 we made into playoffs. It was more or less the same team. Too many injuries and all of that happened. That's okay. So adding to Kaushik's point, it's very interesting that how Bangladesh became very strong in their home ground. Now Hyderabad, along with Chennai, was basically, and maybe along with Rajasthan, was supposed to be one of the best teams in their home. And Hyderabad was supposed to be our fortress. What happened this season? You know what happened? We were losing games. Yeah, how many games did we even win? One was against Punjab. That's all I remember. All of the games, at least I saw live, we
Akash,
lost.
Okay, sorry to interrupt. That one match also was Shikhar Dhawan's one-man show. I mean, we couldn't get
Yeah.
the wicket. They were supposed to get all out to 60 or 70, but they pulled off to almost 150.
Yeah. Yeah, you remember Kaushik, how we were discussing this back there? That he was supposed to go out, get out. The last 5 overs, we could not get a tailender out.
Yes.
That's the problem. That was the main problem. Our problem is our bowling this year, not batting. Our bowling has become our weakness, which was supposed to be our strength. You see, Bobby, experienced bowler, not denying that, but is not the same bowler what he was in 2016, 2017. He doesn't have that fuel in him anymore. So first thing I would say is the biggest problem to fix is Indian bowling contingent. And we were using Marco Jansen here and there, here and there. Marco Jansen was not working. So basically our pace factory, Indian pace factory or pace factory together was all flat. We were not
We
able
don't
to
have
get
a
wickets
single
at all.
bowler where we can depend on that particular bowler for the whole
Right,
season.
right. Yeah, someone like
champion
okay,
bowlers.
someone okay, like someone like Rashid Khan, who was in our past basically our gem, used to give wickets each and almost every game, right? Need someone like that. I actually thought Adil Rashid would take up that role and give us wickets in those regular intervals which we were lacking. Adil Rashid was not given games. Markande did well in first few games, but then again the batters started reading him, was not working, and we went clueless. Do you remember the last game against Mumbai where we set up a great score and we were discussing on how I don't see a single bowler who's basically getting a wicket for us? You remember that, Kaushik, how we were discussing? And because none of that was working, we had to discuss anything apart from the game.
I think basically Vettori's job here is to now build a new squad like we did. What we released around 12 or 13 players last season. Right? Instead of that, build what is in this team right now. That's his job. Make this team get connected, right? Other than last season, get all of their roles perfectly set. Harry Brook, not 3, not 1, not 5. Keep him in one position, his right position where he's comfortable at. Make Mayank Agarwal feel like he's at home, making him perform up to his expectations. Right, Abhishek Sharma, don't take him out, don't switch him places, keep him at opening. That's his spot. He plays for Punjab at opening. He's gonna play for Hyderabad at opening. Right, so these are the positions that needs to be set. Vettori needs to do that. Maybe get one overseas bowler, not Adil Rashid, not spinners, but a fast bowler, an overseas fast bowler. It can be an all-rounder, it can be a pure fast bowler. I don't care. We need an overseas fast bowler. There needs to be a name, right? You need that, and just make everyone feel comfortable. Make everyone, just play their own game instead of what Brian Lara was doing. Right? He was just making his own setup.
Yeah, basically we need to gel the players together. All of them have to feel like, okay, we belong to a group. This is what we are trying to achieve this year. It doesn't matter we fail, but let's stick to our plans. Now, in case of Abhishek Sharma, give him single plan that if he's opening, is opening. Now you see what Brian Lara has done with him. He has first opened 2 games, then sent him at 5. Now Abhishek, being a young lad, was all in his fairness confused of what's going on. He said he was comfortable in opening, but they sent me at number 5, assuming that I was going to be their finisher. Why would you do that when you have someone like Klassen? Or maybe someone like Aiden Markram, who can basically take the firepower later in the innings. Now, Abhishek Sharma is there to basically look at the new ball, hit it, utilize the power play, and that's done. That's all his job is. Maybe something what Vidyaman Saha was doing for us, that's the exact same job. You get 30 runs, 15 balls, 20 balls, that's done. That is your job. There are other batters who are going to take care of the long innings. Maybe a Mayank Agarwal, maybe a Harry Brook, or an Aiden Maxim. That is the first point Daniel Vettori has to recognize, that who is doing what and what are they comfortable with. Now, everyone would have their weaknesses. That's fine. Ask them to, guide them to focus on their strengths. Now, if you've seen interviews of Brian Lara, he was more focusing on how to fix their problems or weaknesses. It was like, I want my players to grow in every field, so they have to be ready in every situation. But aren't you basically taking away their strengths doing that? That is what at least was clearly evident within the game. Now, if you have someone like Abdul Samad, what are you training him for? Are you training him to be someone who gets 20 runs of 10 balls 20 runs or 15 balls, then basically that's how his net session should go. You're giving him a scenario, score, let's say 20 runs of the last over, 15 runs of the last over. You're facing a bowler who's basically giving you all Yorkers. How are you tackling that? That is how somehow the plan should be.
So,
Anyone is free to take.
guys, I have a question. Not question, and a doubt anamata. Endante, we had Stein, who is fast bowling expert. We had Muralidharan, who is spin wizard. I mean, it did not impact on individuals' performances. Like Umran Malik was the same. He's just a stone. He needs crafting to become a diamond. I mean, Dale Steyn లాంటి కోచ్ ఉన్నా కానీ he's still the same. And also spin department చూసుకున్నా కూడా అభిషేక్ శర్మ considered 5 6s. I mean, అంత expertise ఉండి కూడా where do you think it's lacking? Even ఇప్పుడు Daniel Vettori చూసుకున్నా కూడా we all know that him as a spinner, but he's a terrific all-rounder with over 5,000 first-class runs. Manchi lower order batsman. So, do you think it will impact the players? Like, you're getting my point, right? We had Dale Steyn, so Umran Malik needs to be crafted in the same department. We had Muralidharan, spin department needs to be sorted, but it's not happening. Where do you think? Does the coaching department have full access or full freedom to express themselves as coaches, or express your views?
Yeah. I mean, see, if you look at the last management, all those coaches, I don't think many of them have much coaching experience at international level. Now, if you see Daniel Vettori, we need someone who had experience with international sides. Like a guy who coached international sides will have a better understanding of what to do with the conditions. And we miss previous Lakshman role because Hyderabad, our home ground, Lakshman knew it very well. So we were missing that coaching mindset and all the strategy things, because last time we were blunders, like sending a wrong playing 11, wrong impact player. Yeah, was it Lucknow
How
game?
can you give the wrong
Yeah.
sheet? Give it the wrong sheet in the toss. How
Wrong
can you
sheet.
do that?
I mean,
Like,
Wrong.
at this level, at this top level, it is absolute blunder. Absolute blunder.
We need someone who is strict.
Another,
And it
yeah,
is
in the
unacceptable
early
to-
stages.
And it is not at all acceptable.
The Lucknow game, you were having a surface which is basically not supporting the batters, and not especially not pacers, and you bring in Fazil Farooqi. I mean, it clearly showed how bad they were in basically translating their ideas. Sure, they might have had great ideas. Now, Brian Lara, I have all respect for him as a player. He probably had great ideas in his mind, but when it comes to executing those ideas, he clearly failed. That showed on the ground. I mean, okay, that Fazil Farooqi decision, let's forget it. How can you mess up with the impact player after winning the toss?
It happened for the RCB match, right? The impact player confusion.
No. LSG match. So we brought in Viran Sharma in second innings, and he didn't go single over.
Oh, right.
Yeah, no, it's basically it's basically LSG game where Abhishek Sharma gave away 5 6s that you were talking about. That game.
Oh my God,
that
I was
game.
there.
So, I mean, we've watched disasters too. I watched the DC game and another game. I don't want to talk about it.
See, a strategy is the main thing that a team needs it to win a game. You lost the strategy, you lost the playing 11. How the player is going to be confident over the match? You lost the play. Player. What else can go wrong in that day?
It is unacceptable. Absolutely. Assume a newspaper like with a big headline. Say someone's birthday. Narendra Modi is celebrating his birthday. You cannot misspell it, and you cannot say printing mistake. Printing mistake. No. It is absolutely unacceptable.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Pick coaches
at least
who has a better experience. Yeah, because Brainlad has no prior experience. I know Tom Moody can't expect, but you could have brought in a new coach instead of making him as a mentor from head coach, right? Everyone has this question like he has a good batsman but not a good captain, or good. You cannot mess up a head coach position with someone new. That's the main problem, and I think Vettori is a good coach for me.
I badly wished someone like Anil Kumble to be our head coach, man. He's
Okay.
literally a school teacher.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
To each
sources
their
say
own.
that is the
I
reason
feel
why
like
he was sacked as Indian coach. I mean, this is not me
KG,
saying.
KG,
yeah. Inside the
let's
secret.
ask
Inside the
the
secret.
stat
Akash
man,
Chopra
stat man.
said it. All
Yeah.
blames to him.
Let's ask KG.
So I
What
mean,
did
okay.
KG? What did you feel like? Whom do you think like would be the best Indian coach for us?
Indian coach. Obviously, I thought that we all expected Ravi Shastri, but
Yeah.
in perspective of a foreign coach, I thought that we should have gone with Mike Hesson as our director of cricket operations and Vettori as bowling coach, and we could have then managed our one batting coach like in the form of Justin Langer. Then it would have been ideal.
But we need someone Indian
Okay.
like communication, and also we are lacking batting because all of them are bowlers, right? Dale Muralidharan and Daniel Vettori. We need
Yeah.
someone Indian who can understand Indian pitches and also can guide the Indian young talent with the language, and also we like the batting position. Like we need someone like attacking player. We are still lacking position.
I also heard Kumar Sangakkara was also in talks. Was it true? No.
Not at all. Why would Rajasthan
No,
Royals
he is
leave
with
him? He's
Rajasthan Royals.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He is with Rajasthan Royals.
it's still in it. Yeah, it's still with Rajasthan
And
Royals. So yeah, that was not
I
happening.
personally feel whoever the coach is, we need to stick to them. I mean,
Yeah.
Daniel Vittori is
Yeah,
our coach. Period. We need to support him. Like
now,
we should back him up.
As long as
look,
he doesn't make blunders like in the playing 11, I'm okay with it.
Printing mistake.
yeah, yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with another year of wooden spoon that we are ending at the bottom. That's still fine. Are you fighting in the games? Do you have a perfect plan of what's going on? And at least, are you trying to evaluate on those mistakes? Now, you can debate if we're doing all that, we should be winning more games than that. But okay, there can be situations where we're losing games on the last ball or the last over. That's fine because at least at least for 35 to 38 overs in the game of the match, you were in the game, and 1 or 2 overs you messed up, and that's T20 cricket is harsh. Things like that happen. Now, another thing I would like to add is Vettori. Now, they brought in Vettori, Sunrisers Hyderabad. Whether it's a good decision or not, that doesn't matter. They've already hired him. At least give him his freedom and stick to him at least for another 3 years. You cannot bring in a coach and just say him goodbye next year. If any of you have seen the video of Arsha Bogle on how he says evaluates Hyderabad, he says the team is great. Look where were Chennai and Mumbai last year? That is not this year, but the last year.
Yes.
Both of them were at bottom,
right?
and yeah, and Crickbus basically. Yeah, both of them were in the bottom along with us. But our fates did not change. That's fine. Along with us, both of them were at the bottom. Chennai, you know what happened? They lifted the trophy. Then Mumbai ended up in the playoffs. Great, right? Now, if you're sticking to teams, giving players enough confidence, yeah, that you can go express yourself out, then that's one thing. And another thing, like you were saying, Anil Kumble, we need someone like Anil Kumble who's basically strict. I get where you're saying that from. If you've followed the interviews of Brian Lara, he did not take credibility for any loss that we had. He's like, all of our players are doing good. It's just that 1 or 2 overs we've done bad. No, we were never in the game. There were matches where we were never in the game. For example, Mumbai, last game, 20 overs, first batting grade. First 2 or 3 overs we bowled well, then yeah, all the overs we were just giving away runs. Whenever Cameron came to the strike, was basically going for fours. We did not have a plan. That is what I'm saying. And there were no games where Brian Lara took credibility for the mistakes that happened. Now take that. If something has gone wrong, at least try to accept that, okay, they went wrong. We're trying to work on that. But that was the scenario. He was not willing to take any mistakes. And you saw, if you're not willing to accept your mistakes, you're never getting better. That is what we've always seen. Now, Tom Moody had a great season. Had great seasons with us, but there were seasons which he was bad at. I mean, where we did as a unit, we collectively as a unit failed. But you could see his interviews. He was like, okay, there were mistakes that we've done and we're trying to correct that. Probably in the next season, we'd look for players who can fill that particular slot. You never saw, at least from whatever I've seen, I've never seen in an interview saying Brandler is saying, okay, in this auction we could have done this, but we did not do this. Next year we'll be looking for someone who fixes this flaw, or this has been our problem. We'll try fixing that in the next year. Something I've never seen. Now, if Vettori is our coach, I really want him to take credibility for his decisions.
We all
Whether
hope so.
his decisions, yeah, we all hope so, because now, as much as we're waiting for the next season, that is great, but clearly we're disappointed with what happened last year. We did not want golden spoon, especially me. I was saying for everyone that SRH is actually going into the final this year. They may not win, but runner-ups for sure. You know what happened of me? Everyone made mockery of me. Because at the beginning of the season, before the season started, it was great team on paper. Aiden Makram just won SA20, came here. So nothing could have gone wrong. It could not have gone that bad given the team we had.
Yes. So, guys, we have 7 minutes left. So we'll move to the conclusion part. I understand that Daniel Vettori is not top coach or super duper coach, but where do you see Sunrise Hyderabad next season? I mean, stay in reality, guys. Go on, Kaushik.
5 to 6.
Okay, that's pretty swift, but okay. KG, where do you see SRH next season?
In playoffs, definitely.
Cool. Varun?
Let's at least hope that they make it to 6th. Let's not make some idiotic blunders again. 6th maximum we can go to 1st place. The minimum we can go is 6th place. That's enough.
Cool. And Akash?
Okay, I'll actually give a benefit of doubt to Hyderabad. I'll say we will be ending anywhere between 4 and 5. Or 4 and 6, yeah.
Cool.
Ideally, 4 and 5 would be better. I'm thinking that it'll be a very close contention for us to get in the playoffs. Unlike last season, this year we're gonna inch a bit closer to playoffs, and maybe we'll just not creep into that playoff spot. But yeah,
Cool.
4
So,
to 6 is what I'm thinking.
4 to 6. If you ask me, I'll say 4 with NRR because, it's not easy to get with 7 wins. We don't have 8 teams like we used to do. We have 10 now. So we need at least 16 points and 4th place.
By the way,
and
how
I
many games are there?
really hope we need to win 5 out of 7 in our home next season. That is like 5 out of 7.
Yeah, that is like
how
the
many
bare
games do we
minimum.
have? How many games do we have
74, I
next
guess.
season? 74,
74, I
that's it?
think.
Didn't it?
ఒక టీమ్ కి 9 వస్తాయి.
No,
Yeah,
because I'm hearing the games
9
might
కాదు.
increase to around 90.
Yeah, 16 games per team. That's
Yeah.
what I heard
16.
last year.
Now
Yeah.
14 games. Now
Okay.
14 games వస్తున్నాయి. 9 teams, opposition 9 teams. 14 games
Yeah.
వస్తాయి. So
But
Yeah,
16
assuming that we have 14 games, let's stick to that now. The number
Yeah.
might change, but the percentage would still be the same.
yes.
So, like you said, in 7 games, 5 games is basically you definitely need to win in home. Over away games, they're never in your control. They're obviously doctored in opposition's favor. You have home ground, doctor it according to your strengths. And
Yes.
winning 5 games in Hyderabad is not something we haven't done before. We'd have definitely done that. So I don't see any reason why we cannot replicate it. With the team we have, sure, we have new coach, that's great. If the unit is together and gelled well, then yes, it's definitely happening.
So yes, guys, we'll wrap this up. ఏదేమైనా కానీ I mean, he's our coach now. We need to trust him blindly ఇంకా.
Yeah,
సో ఏది
definitely.
ఏమైనా సరే మేనేజ్మెంట్ అతన్ని మొత్తం వదిలేసి నువ్వు చూసుకో బాబు అని వదిలేస్తే అదే హ్యాపీ. వేరే పేపర్ పంపకుండా ప్రింటింగ్ మిస్టేక్, స్పెల్లింగ్ మిస్టేక్, పెన్ లింక్ లేదు, వేరే పెన్, ఇవన్నీ ఈ చెత్త రీజన్స్ కాకుండా ఐ మీన్ బి అకౌంటబుల్. ఐ మీన్ this is not only our team, this is our mental health for the next 1 year. You need to understand
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I will be happy.
I don't.
On a random day, we'll
Yeah,
be like, hey, hi guys, okay, yes, sir, is 10th place. It is our mood changer. So be accountable. We wish our team a very all the best for 2024. So December lo hopefully auction we need bank players. And so guys, 3 minutes left. Conclusion statements, please. Please.
Of course, one last statement. First of all, welcome to Daniel Vettori. We welcome you with all open arms. The team is all yours, and of course, that is what we're expecting management to do. That you have the entire control over the team, and of course, we're expecting great magic from you because you're basically nicknamed Harry Potter, and Harry Potter is great at magic. That is my conclusion.
Vettori Saab, you don't know about Hyderabadis. You give us playoffs, we will take you to our head.
Yeah. Yeah, we will worship you forever. Gudi kattestam, correct.
Statue at the whole city la.
Vettori will make Orange Fire idi hashtag come true next year.
Manasthalipuram Vettori Anyalinga. So hello guys, we'll wrap this up. We welcome Vettori. We wish you all the very best. Blast season ahead. Chalo guys, on my count of 3, we will conclude with Orange Fire. 1, 2, 3. Orange Fire.
Orange Fire.
Amazing guys, amazing. Thank you everyone. Thank you KG, Varun, Kaushik and Akash for joining. Mari inkoni news evanna vaste we will definitely be there and we'll try to be active on our YouTube channel as well. Okavela subscribe chesukokunte please do subscribe and don't forget to like. Thank you everyone. We'll meet next time. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye guys, take care.
Bye.